Shalom everyone, it's like the third time I'm trying to make this video. It's morning time and I'm still having my coffee and anywho, let's go ahead and get into it. I hope everybody rested. I actually rested last night. I laid in bed and did a recording and listened to a little bit of it this morning, and I was just like, oh my gosh, it's not that I wasn't making sense, but you could tell I was really tired, and you know, your mind is kind of, but anyway, so we have the Hermit coming out this morning, contemplating, searching for some truth, inner guidance, loneliness, isolation, analyzing things, business energy here, being grounded, slow moving energy, people being in their head. Welcome to the club. You know, I've had so many different scattered thoughts about different scenarios and things in my life that, you know, and I get on my camera and I know people are watching me and I speak about things that are coming out of my spirit, and maybe some things are being said people don't understand or you know where you're coming from or know how to connect what you're saying together because they don't have a full understanding of of what you're actually going through or why you would say that or whatever. But anyway, somebody's contemplating some things, searching for some kind of answers, analyzing. Somebody's been dealing with loneliness. Some of you are thinking about traveling, picking up something, also a new form of studying, some kind of new education, going back to school. I just like to say it like that. I'm hearing this again. Aviation. I'm hearing the word aviation. I heard that, I think it was yesterday. I also heard that. That'd be traveling. I mean, this is the Hermit. This is Virgo energy here. But the 9th house, the energy of the 9 is still here. And that 9th house is about travel as well. The Hierophant energy. So these are high arcanas coming out here. Tradition, and do I want to conform to something or do I not want to conform to something? What are my ethics here? Some of you are dealing with marriage, thinking about contemplating marriage. Some of you are any kind of situation where marriage is concerned, or something's going on within a marriage or a commitment. Maybe there's change trying to occur. This is Taurus energy here, which is fixed energy. So sometimes when you're dealing with things within a relationship and change is trying to occur, there could be stubbornness with fixed signs. Still earth. Both of these are earth actually that came out. Also the 5th house has to deal with the heart, right? And how you feel and being romantic and what your ethics are here on this Hierophant. Somebody's dealing with organization, trying to gain some inner guidance within whatever it is that you're dealing with within your organization. I'm also picking up somebody's lonely within a relationship, trying to find some kind of balance also. This is the heavens making people look at tradition and searching for truth and guidance and what you believe or trust or what you don't, or trying to move to a higher level. That aviation that I was talking about could be dealing with obviously family. If some of you are dealing with relationship, the Hierophant's about marriage, but it can just be relationship. You could be, married to your job. You're married to this situation over here. You can look at it in so many different ways. We have 6 of Cups come out. Somebody's been in a nostalgia over this way because you got the Hermit and the 6 of Cups represents nostalgia, and some people can just get in a rut. It's easy to do that when you're, especially if you're lonely within a situation or you feel alone within a situation. It's also people returning, people thinking about returning to something as well. And organizing coming together. It's not the word I wanted to use, but good morning. Forgiveness is written on this card here. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. We need forgiveness in the earth realm. Things that are familiar to you. People are in nostalgia about happy memories. Healing a situation. Having joy. People need to get out of the past. That's hard sometimes. It really is. And you have to, because sitting right here by this Hierophant, this 5 and the 6 would be the 11th house, and that's knowing. I know that I have to speak because that's that Aquarian energy. I know that I need to go and find answers because somebody's searching for some type of a truth that they believe and what they want or not want to conform within whatever it is, within relationships, within jobs, within family dynamics, whatever it is. The 8 of Swords, because somebody's been entrapped in their mind. Self-victimization. And we've all been there. Every one of us. No one can say that they haven't. Because every one of us have experienced something from this. The 8 of Swords coming out. This being in your own head, though. Within some kind of situation. That's why it's important to go and speak. To find the answers. What did you mean by this? How do you feel about this? What is your take on this? Somebody's really been depressed about some things. So the truth. Okay, so listen, the truth hurts. I've been cut by truth many times over. With and without people coming to me, because there's been things that the Spirit has, and sometimes that makes us in our mind go, oh my God, and then because we don't come together and work things out, our mind can go to so many different places, and then we begin to, well, what about this and what about that? Because I've done it, and you've done it as well. None of us. You guys just get to watch me on camera do it because I don't have anybody to talk to. So maybe to some people it might look, that's really weird or whatever. I don't care. I don't have anybody to talk to. I'm going to talk to my wall or I'll talk to my camera because I know people click on my phone. Anyway. I don't know why I said all that, but this is about truth and breaking through with clarity. The truth comes, and you're clear-minded when the truth comes, which I love. The truth, though it's hard, it's beneficial to all of us. I've found out some really hard truth that I've had to just deal with because there's nothing you can do about it. It is what it is. What's done is done. Those kind of things. So people are dealing with that kind of stuff. And then they're beating themselves up about it. Look, I've said some pretty harsh things about people who have hurt me. At the same time, I've turned around and said, but I still forgive. And this is where people are and where they need to be. Get out of the head. Get out of the mind. And we have to remind ourselves to be that way. I've said on this channel before, that sometimes I just get in the mirror. I have literally, several times in my life, gotten in the mirror and talked to myself, told myself, straighten up. That's not weird or crazy. People talk to themselves all the time. That doesn't make them weird. I don't know why I'm saying that. But somebody apparently needs to look into their own eyes, down into their own soul, in your own spirit, and encourage yourself. and break through with some kind of clarity and face truth. You got to face the truth. I've already pre-shuffled these cards. I really don't want to make a long video, but they've been long. These want to come out. The bottom of the deck is still growth. I love that. It's the circle. It's organization. It's two people coming together, two groups, two ideas coming together. The fifth house is the heart, the romantic feelings, the exposure is here, but this is communicating with the blue in a very upright manner. Being blue again is the throat chakra speaking. It's about truth. It's about integrity, which is, I laid it right here, right underneath this Hierophant, and that's what the Hierophant's about as well. You know, ethics and things like that. Beautiful. And we have the ninth house, and the that's funny because the fifth house being romantic and stuff, and then the Hierophant is the fifth card in the Hierophant. So that's beautiful. The ninth Higher Arcana is, again, the Hermit coming out here, but this is growth, and this is also Earth. And then the ninth house is about movement as well, and learning the higher mind, right? Beautiful. Because this definitely is growth, and initiating that growth with the first house, fire energy, that Aries energy. I'm going to go forth and speak because it's still blue here. And then creating it, because we got that the magician energy that comes out with the number one, and manifesting something from your past, with family, with friends, with things that you've been in your mind about, in your head, self-victimization, all this stuff. This is about speaking and growing. There's growth here. There's definitely growth here. Also the third house, again, speaking. That Gemini energy is coming out real strong here with this 1 and now this 3. And putting things to an end. The 13 would be Scorpio, letting things come to the surface, dealing with them. We need to deal with this, is what needs to be said. And grow and come together and be whole again. 6, being stable, analyzing. That's still more Virgo energy, and the Gemini energy of speaking. It's the Lovers. It's making those decisions, balancing things out, having polarity within the situation to be able to come in and make both parties work and grow within that. Again, we get this card twice. We get this card twice. It's beautiful. And underneath that is enlightenment, about growing within this. Both parties making the decision, yes, we do need to come together. We do need to get out of our head. We don't need to be in this depression, self-victimization. We need to break through in clarity with the truth. And it's beautiful. And then the ninth house. So we got 9 coming out 3 different ways. We've got the 6th house coming out twice. It's beautiful. It's just confirming itself. It's just confirming itself. We've got the crossing, Cancer energy coming out as well. Emotional stuff, the pulling on us. That Moon energy, cycles of things, mother and children issues. Having joy again, and being able to, because when where growth is, it's hard, but it's also cheerful. Should be, because the yellow in the upright is, when you have breakthrough and you're not cloudy, and you're not talking from that cloudy space that makes us look weird and crazy. You're not. It's just people put you in that place because you don't come together and find out what's going on. What do you mean by this? Okay, well then if this is what you feel or this is what you mean, this is actually not how I feel and I mean. And so that both parties get to see the different points of views and then put it all on the table and say, okay, well, let's work on this. Okay, let's get rid of this. Let's keep that. That's how it works. But you just can't segregate a person and say, well, we think you're this because you think you're right. No, it don't work that way. Two parties have to come together. Even if there's disagreement on certain things, that's okay. And we need to be okay with that being okay. Even if you're coming together and you're for a minute and then go, okay, this ain't working. You don't want to come together and fight, but sometimes people got to get things out of them. And it's not fun, but it's beneficial. And so if it's beneficial, then it has to be done. I want to take one of these cards here. You calm me. And that's what we need to do. We need to be able to calm one another. Even if you're in this, one party is say, okay, let's calm down. It's okay. Why are you triggering right now? What's making you angry? You got to learn how to go within with the Hermit energies. Because I do it on camera. I get triggered and blow up on camera, and I know you guys watch it. It doesn't mean I'm weird or whatever. It's just that you get to see it on the camera. Anyway, being calm is essential to coming together. At the same time, if people blow up, like I just said, one party has to be mature enough to either say, well, what is making you trigger like this? What has happened? What's the root issue that we need to take that axe and cut it out so that you don't blow up, so you don't get in your mind, so that you're not afraid or whatever it is that you're dealing with. Creative action. That's fire energy. Fire is very, very creative. Some people on their jobs need to brainstorm, right? And figure out new ways of communicating, figure out new ideas, how to come together and do certain things on your job, in your marriage, with your family, whatever it is. Whatever it is. I think about you all the time. If somebody's thinking about the situation all the time, we know that because the Eight of Swords is here. That's about thinking, trying to gain strength with that 8, wanting a new beginning. Some people have just been entrapped because they want personal power, which is beautiful. All of us should have our own personal power. We should master our emotions. And nobody has arrived. That's what I talked about the other day about, hey, nobody has arrived. And we get in those hey moments and get out of the hay. And sometimes we got to tell one another. And sometimes we get offended by that. I get it. None of us want to be told, hey, you're a little bit prideful or whatever. But when you can grab a hold of that, and then some people, like I said, come across prideful and really they're not. They're just confident. That's why it's so important to know a person, to spend time with them, to know them, or you're going to blow up because you really don't know where they're coming from. You can't just be one track all the time. You've got to have, which both the narrow and the broad is good, depending on what it is you're looking at. It's a higher way where it all comes together from both sides and grow. It's beautiful. Okay, well, what's the letter number today? I hope all this made sense. It's ministering to me. I know that for a fact. The W. And then the U. It's about you and and it's about me, and it's about me. Or you can say it's about me and it's about you, because it's a mirror. Everybody's going through similar stuff. It's about the heart. That makes 5. And here's the Taurus energy, the fixed energy, and the High Priestess energy using the intuition. We've got the 3rd house, which is communication, that Gemini energy, community, being social, not gossiping, being upright in our communication. And then the 5th house, it's about what's in our heart, our emotion, how we're feeling about the situation, one another, about the past, whatever, the nostalgia and people returning to you and healing, all that kind of stuff. It's all work. It all works together here. And again, we got the 2 coming up here as well, and then manifesting it with that 1. And the 1st house is taking charge with that Aries energy. We got Leo energy and Taurus energy and Gemini energy coming out real strong here. Virgo energy, Sagittarius energy. We've got Aquarian and air. So, you know, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius is about being fair, being balanced. It's about healing the mind, healing the past, healing relationships, brainstorming, getting out of loneliness, analyzing and organizing things where they need to be. So I won't hide anymore. And this is stop hiding. Stop hiding in your own mind. Stop hiding from people, from situations. Let us come to the light. That's where the Creator is. Understanding. Who wants to be in the dark and be chained by, I wonder this, or what if that? It sucks. Come out of the darkness and into the light, so that you can have understanding. That it represents the light bulb going off, so that you can have wisdom. Come and taste the honey, for it is good. Right? And it makes you wise. All right. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you next time.